I think there's a very big sense of anxiousness with the group, in terms of just getting into the race itself. We're certainly prepared to race. We're looking forward to it. I think the group as a whole is just, we've had essentially 7 weeks with a couple of real low-key meets in there. So being into the month of October now and getting into what we would consider the racing season is exciting for us.
Okay. What has the team been working on this week? I know last week you said this is our week to gear up for Notre Dame, so what are we doing?
Well, we're not backing off necessarily in any sort of volume. We still want to put good work in. It's very early in the season still. We have 5 or 6 weeks till the championship portion of the year. So we're not backing off on volume. We're doing some things to allow us to run well, but I don't want us to jeopardize anything down the line by maybe cutting some work short or upping the intensity with shorter amount of volume. So get our legs underneath us, have a good workout tomorrow, good medium long run on Wednesday, and then easy over the course on Thursday, race Friday.
Okay. Speaking of, I guess, the course, do you know specifically what it looks like?
It's flat and fast.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really flat. It's on a golf course. I think that we have a number of guys on the team who will really run the course well. They're miler type guys, good foot speed. So on a course like Notre Dame has, I would see us having a group of guys who would really benefit from that sort of course. Very different than what we're going to see at the Big Ten meet and Wisconsin and some of the other places.
So going off that, how do you think the team will do this weekend?
I think we're going to compete to the best of our ability. We're now probably one of the last teams in the conference to open everybody up. So we have a good idea of what everyone else kind of looks like. I think we're going to have a better day than we did last year. The guys going into the meet last year was the first time for a lot of them being in a race like that, and that was an adjustment for everyone. They know what to expect. They have a year behind them of being in some big races, both regionally, conference, national, whatever the case may be. So I expect us to have a good day. I expect us to compete, follow the race plan that we put into place, and if we do that, we're going to have the outcome that these guys want to have.
Okay. What do you think of the level of competition at Notre Dame?
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's as good as any meet that there's been thus far this year. It's interregional, so there aren't just teams from the Midwest. There are teams from the East Coast, West Coast. So, it's going to be fun being up there on Friday. Even with the rain that it's looking like they're going to have, it's going to be fun seeing teams from all over the place that are very good and want to run well.
Who are the teams that we are looking to run with, sort of?
I don't really get concerned with it.
Okay.
I think if we just do the things that we're putting in place to do on Friday with our race plan, that'll take care of itself.
Okay, and then I guess I'll end on this for the questions for Notre Dame. Do you think the team's going to feel any rust after not really racing for 3 weeks?
Yeah, there's always the chance of that. We have done some things within practice that I hope will negate that feeling a little bit. But I think the guys have a really good grasp on, hey, we don't have time for it. We got to get in there and race and be competitive. So rust busters, opening up, whatever we want to call it, yeah, that's a part of it. Everybody has to do it. So take confidence away from the things that we've done in practice and race with that in mind.